All right, all right. Got hot traffic out here on the internet, and we have a slight delay that was shown in our box letting us know that we did not come on the second we pushed go live. But you know that voice, you know that song. Come on, let's have a shouting good time. Come on, come on, come on. Let's have a shouting good time. I see you. Down in Mobile, Alabama. I don't think they're feeling this storm. They did have a lot of rain end of last week and a little maybe Monday. That is Brother Sparks. Brother Sparks, you and Brother Davis, y'all on board here. And, well, you got 118 degrees. And he got a muggy mix. How about that? Same God. All right, Sister Betty Nelson. So good to see you, Betty. Thank you for joining in with us. Thank you for knowing that you need the Lord. And I just love your personality. Only God could have given you that loving personality that you have. All right, so we got Mobile, we got Phoenix, we got Birmingham, Alabama. I tell you, we're on the way here. We're on the way. We are on the way. Oh, bless you, children. Bless you. Those of you who might be watching on New Buffalo or on Haiti Alliance, on one of our YouTube stations, glad to have you on board too. Yes, I do. My Lord. Well, tell us one more time, Dorothy. Tell us one more time. Tell us one more time. I need him to be strength in my hands. I need him to be hearing in my ear. I need him to be volume in my mouth and from my lips. I need him to be sight in my eyes. I need him to be my friend. Anybody need him? Anybody need him? Oh, there's the deacon. I know she's shouting right now. I know she's shouting right now. She's been through so much in the last 5 or 6 weeks, I tell you. What a blessing. What a blessing. Now she knows God far better than she's ever known. She doesn't know everything about God, but there are some things she's learned since Memorial Day about God that only God could have taught her. Go ahead and shout when you get ready, sister. You got something to shout about. Thank God for your husband who's getting well every day. Bless you, bless you. Bless you, child of God. Bless you. Bless you, bless you. Thank you for being with us. Thank you, thank you. Thank you. You're right, I need him. I need him for strength in my legs. My God, my God. Oh yeah, I want my mobility. I don't want nobody to have to push me or carry me. I know if it happens, God will make friends for me to help me, but I'd rather not have that kind of help. I got wings. I'd rather go on and get my wings. Lord, all right, Sister Jackson. I need him. I need you. I need you. I need you. I need you. Sister Gardner Wilson will be here with us the third Sunday in October. You're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome. Come from here, there, come from everywhere. Yes, I do. Sing it from your heart, Dorothy. My Lord. All right. Thank you. We're praying for Reverend Dr. Julia Dunn, First Man James Dunn of New York City. We're praying for Brother Charlie Starwood, pastor of East End Baptist Tabernacle of Bridgeport, Connecticut. We're praying for Dr. Tillis Chapman. We're praying that Dr. Chapman will be the next president of the National Baptist Convention USA Incorporated. We pray that that is the will of God. We're praying for Brother John Phelps and his wife Elena, who are both strong enough to be in service with us last Sunday. Praying for Sister Florence Brooks, 97 years old, gave me my first plane ride, and that plane ride was to Detroit, Michigan. My. Way back in 1968. How good the Lord is. We're praying for Brother Ed Mugabu. We're praying for Catherine Bell and Corey Bowles. We're praying for Donaldson Jones. We're praying for Bakari Brown. We're praying for John Smith and Joe Smith of Pensacola, Florida. We're praying for our own Shirley Griffith. Come on, Shirley, get strong and come on. We're praying for Melvin Early, for Robert Perry. We're praying for Peter Spivey and Lonnie Bolden. We're praying for Ethel Adams. We enjoy you, Ethel. Stay with us. We're praying for Chris Williams. We're praying for Warren Rivers. We're praying for Beverly Tatnall, hardest working woman at New Bethel. We're praying for the Long family, for Mother McKenna, her daughter Laura Lawrence. They were at church Sunday and how beautiful it was. And James was there too. We're praying for Ernestine Nelson. Come on, Ernestine. Come on, Ernestine. Get out of that house. We're praying for Pam Jackson. We're praying for Trinetta. We pray that Trinetta will get stronger and stronger. Hope that she's out of the hospital. Thank you, Pam, for being a loving sister, a sister mother. That's what you are. We're praying for Rose Cunningham, Philip Smith, Roberta Hopper. We're praying for Latrice Bryant. We're praying for Deacon Diane Richardson. We're praying for the Hopper family in Orlando, Florida, for the Cowans in Orlando, Florida. We're praying for the good people of South Carolina. We're praying for Brother Isaac Jenkins of Virginia Beach, Virginia. We're praying for Gene Simmons, New Bethel Baptist Church usher, and a lady that has a smile in her heart that won't let her close her mouth. How good the Lord is. How good the Lord is. How good the Lord is. All praise his holy name. We're praying for Brother Benny McGee. We're praying for Sister Paula Williams Gray, Birmingham, Alabama. Praying for Sister Arlette Marie, one of the strongest persons at our church, a lady who's chiefly responsible for my being here. Praying for Brother Joel Stevenson, Reverend Dr. Joel Stevenson. He has a new book, as well as Reverend Jesse Bottom has a new book. You can pre-order. We're praying for Betty Blackman. We're praying for Barbara A. Williams and her son Frank. We're praying for Dorothea Hood. And she's getting stronger and stronger and stronger. God bless you, Dorothea. Praying for Cora Williams and her brother David Johnson, our deacon. Praise his holy name. Praying for Gloria Washington, Gloria Thomas, Dolores Palmer, Sister Sharon Sappho, Maud Weathers, May Weathers. We're praying for Brother Ray Nelson, a builder of men. Praying for missionaries Cecile Giles. Praying for Sister Helen Keys. Praying for Mother Edwina Collins. For Sister Fanny Tyler, Sister Peggy Tyler. For Mother Brown, for Beverly Greenleaf. For Mother Brown in Little Rock, Arkansas also. Praying for Brother Paul Lowe in North Carolina. How good the Lord is. Praying for Annie Taylor, Bessemer, Alabama. Doreen Perkins, Bessemer, Alabama. Darlene Perkins, Bessemer, Alabama. Brother Terry Henderson, Bessemer, Alabama. Sister Glenda Peterson Parker, Birmingham, Alabama. Sister Betty Nelson, Birmingham, Alabama. Mother Tommy Lewis of Birmingham, Alabama. Dr. Pete McCree in Nashville, Tennessee, by way of Birmingham. Praying for Cedric McCree in Waterford Township, by way of Birmingham, Alabama. Brother Philip Smith in Birmingham, Alabama. Sister Rose Cunningham in Birmingham, Alabama. Praying for Mother Freddie Smith, 101 years old. Praying for our nurse, Sister Leela Bonds. We miss Leela from her assistance in all of our bereavement, but keep on getting strong, Leela. Praying for Brother Robert Allen, who's gotten strong enough to go out and visit the sick, and he was just with Brother Paul Boynton. Praying for Sister Marguerite Simpson, my personal friend. Praying for Eliza Moon and Edwin Walker. Praying for Sister, oh Lord, Sister Eliza Newell. How good the Lord is. Listen, friends, we're just glad to be alive today. Glad to have you on board. I pray your strength in the Lord. I pray that you will know who's in you. I heard a story on yesterday about a coach who was hired on this spur of the moment, and he had to go in to replace the exiting coach. And he got out there and looked his group over, and he named 5 men to go out on the court, and they were out there playing, and suddenly this man walked out the stand and said, "Look at your bench." He looked back at the bench, and there was a guy sitting there with a 1 on. He said, "Why don't you have that guy out there?" He said, "I don't know. I just thought any 5 would be all right, and I got to get to know the team." He said, "Why do you think he wears that 1? So he is number 1. Put him out there and wants to change." That man is Anthony Edwards, who's the star now on the Timberwolves. Went all the way to the playoffs. A magnificent, wonderful player. Turned things around, and he's one of the great superstars of the day in his first year. And he's going to be great, we all expect. You know, you got to know who's on your team. There are a lot of you around here, you don't know who's in you fighting for you. Well, let me tell you, Robert Smith Jr. said that Jesus is in you. He's on your team. He's on your team, D-Ray. He's on your team. And you got to put him in the game. Don't try to do it all by yourself. Put him in the game. Or he'll help win for you. You know, every now and then, Fatima, we need some good news. Every now and then we need some good news. You just can't take bad news all the time. Doctor telling you got to do this and got to do that, and your finances, people calling on you before you're ready, and you're always pushing to make that deadline. And every time you look around, there's something new to be working on. You just can't problem solve every day, all day. Every now and then you need some good news. You know, and I was having one of those days I needed some good news. And my man, Mr. Finn at the church, called me and told me I had a UPS delivery, one that I've been very, very upset about. And it was my fault, I guess. I guess I can do something wrong. I sure did this time. I ordered these um, offering boxes, they call them. I'm just so proud of New Bethel Church. I wish everybody knew New Bethel. It's real good. The world knows Aretha, the world knows Reverend Franklin, but the good work that New Bethel does all the time is always here. When I tell people we gave away 789,000 pounds of food back in 22, I don't have recent statistics. They find out what y'all did. What? Well, nobody talks about that. Nobody talks about that. When I tell people we have these recovery programs, people coming out of prison, people coming off drugs, people being baptized. Listen, we had a family to drive all the way from Dallas, Texas, to Detroit to New Bethel Baptist Church, because when they lived here, they knew we kept the water ready. And that we baptize every Sunday. We believe in immediate baptism. So we keep the water all the time. As I pull up to the church, the security came running to me. She said, listen, there's 9 people in there want to be baptized. I said, well, let's get them baptized. Let's get them baptized. And you wouldn't know of all the Sundays somebody had let the water out. Now, some people were just screaming, we ain't got no water. Other people were doing something about it. And by the time the people screaming, we ain't got no water, got through screaming, the water was ready. And we baptized 9 people all the way from Dallas, Texas. We've baptized people straight out the crack house. We've baptized people right out of jail or prison. But you don't hear about those kind of things. We got preachers all over the country now. We got little Dr. Gene Diogenes Pitts. I can't always say Janae's name, but she's a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful young lady, pastoring a historic church of 158 years. And she's down there doing a wonderful, wonderful job. She always was brilliant. At 12, 13, 14 years old, she was leading my youth choir and teaching them choreography and just everything, making it so attractive. I wish I had somebody like that right now that could make the ministry attractive to others. I was explaining to some people that want to help me put this mirror on the church of Aretha and Reverend Franklin, how Reverend Franklin made preaching attractive to thousands of preachers that would not have been preaching had he not come into the ministry. And that's the way Miss Pitts is. She worked in the ministry, made it very, 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 very attractive for people to come. We do so many good things that's really never heard of. The latest thing that's happened, I always wanted to be bold enough. I know 2 churches that's been doing it for years. They take up the offering at the door, on your way in, on your way out, whenever you want to give. But 2 things are not a part of the worship. That's a lot of commercials about, we having a trip to this, or we frying fish, or we selling ribs, or we having hat day, bat day, whatever. No, if you got a program, you chair, you got to work it. But you can't take the service. You can't take over the worship hour to make your commercials. You can't do it. The best lady I knew in all of my 57 years of pastoring was a lady named Eliza Butler. And Eliza Butler, when she had Women's Day, church anniversary, whatever it was, she always met her goal and surpassed it. So I went to her house one day, just asked her how she did it, because she was a very shy person. She couldn't look you in the eye, and she didn't talk. She took me to her balcony where she had a black phone. She must have bought it in 1948 or sometime. It was so heavy, the old black roller down. And then she had 2 nifty notebook tablets filled with numbers. She said, first of all, I call them till they commit. Secondly, I call them till they give it. And that's how I do it. And she said, don't worry, When you get a person's money, they're gonna be there. They want to see what that money is doing, and that's the real way. So I finally got my nerve up and went on and tried it this year. I said, pay on your way out. And I had 5 or 6 people that just went bananas, Angel. They just went bananas about they, oh, we ain't gonna make it, we ain't gonna make it, we ain't gonna make it. But we stuck to it. Every time somebody said, well, a lot of people ain't giving because they ain't marching around front to be seen of men, that is. And yes, I do practice that. Let your light so shine, men may see your good works, glorify the Father on high. From time to time, I think that's the thing to do with an offering. I'll let people know where you stand. But if that's your only reason for giving, you're already lost. So don't let the right hand know what the left hand is doing. And you're fasting and praying, and then you're giving. Do it from the heart. That's the only place it counts, is from the heart. And now, my people, I could have 100 people, 150 people. Um, no. I used to have anywhere from 900 to 1,100 every Sunday, but those days seem to be gone. It almost killed me when it first started happening because my first 6 churches always had full houses. I just said, Lord, what are you doing? And God said, I'm taking care of my business. And while you worried about who ain't there, what are you doing with the ones I send you? God can send you one person like a Moses that led the children out of slavery. He didn't send an army. Send Moses. My God, my God. So if we do something with the people God sent us, Brother Pastor, we can do real good. Well, the people have been giving so good. And so we ordered some special gift boxes, they're called. I was in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Um, oh, God help me know the brother's name. His brother pastors in Kalamazoo, and his brother has the most modern, up-to-date church. Why I can't say his name, I don't know. But anyway, we turned around and we had the boxes. I found out from him in Memphis where he got them, and I ordered them, and they didn't come like I thought they were going to come. I called the people, just raising sand. Man, was I raising sand? I was so hot. Oh, God, when I didn't have a stroke, I was so hot. And the lady said, well, sir, we asked you to approve before we put on your logo. I said, I did. I wrote back, I said, love it. No, we asked you to write the word approve. Evidently they've had some experience where people said everything but approve, and then when the boxes got made, because they're all customized to your church, then the people didn't like it, and which I never approved it. So they've learned that lesson. So they stick by, you got to say the word approve. So I felt real bad when I got through talking. About 3 minutes, I came back to the phone and dialed and apologized. They said, well, I got good news for you. Your labels are ready, and your gift boxes are now on their way. I just couldn't believe it. How good the Lord is. How good the Lord is. But listen, look inside yourself. Look inside yourself. Know who's on your team and use them. God is in you, in the Holy Ghost. He's number one on your team. Don't you try to fight your enemy. Don't you try to fight your battle. Don't you try to be the smart one to come up with all the great ideas. Just say, use me, Lord, in your service. Draw me nearer every day. If I stumble, if I fall, don't drive me away. Pick me up and let me stay. I want to be right. I want to be saved. I want to be whole. Friends, I hope that you are trying to be a servant to the world. You know, the service you give is your rent for being on the earth. I saw a little thing last night that was real shaking because they talked about the fact that nothing belongs to anybody, that everything is here for the world to use, not just you. It's not your car, it's not your house, not your clothes, not your shoes. Nothing is yours, not your job. You just holding it for somebody else. My God. My God. Just using it. You're a user. That's what you're doing. Just using things that God have allowed you to have charge of for this moment. Your children are not yours. No, they came through you, but not to you. They came from God through you, but to the world, to make the world a better place. Yes, all of us are responsible for making the world a better place. How good the Lord is. Listen, I have to leave you, but this is what I want you to do. I want you to join me in the morning, and I want you to bring 10 people to the line with you. Will you do me a favor and spend the next 30 minutes getting somebody committed to meeting you here in the morning at 5 a.m.? It's so important we come together. One of our ministers spoke the other Sunday, and she reminded us of the prayer center that we used to be. We may be reaching more people now through Facebook, and I try to impress upon those working with me. We got to not just come on, but we got to come on looking good. Facebook is the future. This is the future, my friend. It's going to be more and more of the future as things go along. More and more as AI and driverless cars and battery operated cars. The world is changing. The world is changing. I know you like to keep it like it was. You know, the reason service was at 10 and 11 o'clock was because we were all farmers in the early U.S. of A. We had to get the eggs from under the chicken. We had to get the water in. So when we got back, we wouldn't have to go to the well or the spring to get water. We had to get firewood in so that we'll be ready to cook. And just so many things that had to be done before you could leave the house for church. But that changed. That changed. And things are always changing. But we cannot stop praying. Yes, like young Minister Dalton said, we had this room we call the Green Room. Every Saturday, Mother Cook and Deacon Nelson and others met there for prayer. Sometimes I got there at that time. I was still doing a lot of revivals, and a lot of times I was getting there after the prayer time. And then we had the 5 a.m. prayer time on Wednesdays, and sometimes we'll call it for the whole week. Other times we'll have all night prayer, stay in the church praying. Other times while service was going on, we would have people in 3 or 4 rooms outside of the auditorium itself, and they'll be praying the whole while service was going on. A lot of prayer is going on. And listen, those are the orders of God. I know we like to make things real modern now with the big screens behind us, and left from screens to big walls behind us, digitalized walls, all kind of colored lights and whatnot. And then we say you got to have the best choir, the hottest choir, all this kind of stuff. But the truth is, Jesus told us to pray. Pray to the Lord of the harvest, telling him to send forth laborers. The Bible said God adds to the church as he see fit. It ain't your slick, smooth, cool-looking preacher. It ain't your fancy singing and your hot stepping and your beautiful scenery, the great ambience you have created, the ornamentation you got in the church. No, it's prayer. That's what's going to change the world. So look, I want you to really, really stretch out and call people. Tell them that they need to be here 5 a.m. in the morning. You ought to do just that. You ought to do just that. How good the Lord is. How good the Lord is. God bless you, deacon daughter. Bless you. Bless you, Sister Nelson. Well, in the morning, 5 a.m., my. Yeah. All right. My. All right. All right. Yeah. Yeah. My Lord. We on live, buddy. You ain't got on no shirt. You ain't got on no shirt, buddy. Let me cut this off. Tell the people good night. Huh? Good night time. Okay, well tell everybody say goodbye. Goodbye. See you in the morning for prayer. Tell them. Bye-bye.